Hey everybody, what's up? Big Jason. So as you may or may not know, what I've been doing at the request of Scott Haynes' family is trying to continue his legacy the best of my abilities. Been talking to a lot of copywriters, doing ad breakdowns, and reaching out to his past customers and prospects and, raving fans and letting them know and seeing what people had to say about him. And I came upon Francis Ablola. Is that how you say
That
it?
is exactly perfect.
All right. So Francis, thanks for coming on
Hey,
today.
I'm happy to do it. I really am.
Yeah, the reason why I reached out to you is because you, of your own volition, went on the new Facebook page I created for Shortcut Copywriting Secrets, and you said some amazing things like you didn't have 2 cents to rub together when you bought Scott's course originally. You've made tens of millions of dollars, and you credit Scott and his course and everything. So why don't you start from the beginning? Your career, how you came to know Scott and his course, and go from there.
Sure, actually. So I got into direct response in 2000, 2001, and stumbled upon this whole world of direct response. And I got really drawn to copywriting in particular. So I started studying Gary Halbert, the Gary Halbert letter. Actually, on my shelves here are some old cassettes that I still listen to. I had to go find a cassette player to keep playing those things. And back in around 2005, when Gary made the first announcement of Scott Haynes's program, I had been, I remember at the time I'd been buying reseller rights of direct response material on eBay and just kind of learning as much as I could. And I really was drawn to this copywriting thing, and hadn't, other than made my own failed courses in the MLM lead generation space and things like that, I hadn't really figured it all out yet. And that's kind of where I came into about 2005 with that first course. It was one of the very first courses I bought that I studied over and over again. And Jason, we can go into a little bit about how that worked out. But
Sure.
I
Yep.
remember. So my story is a little funny. I stumbled upon into the internet marketing world, and I immediately said, all right, I'm going to be a multimillionaire in a week by learning the stuff that I learned how to make millions overnight. And I quit my job as a web developer. I think I was making like $12 an hour at the time, so it was very illustrious. And I proposed to my then girlfriend, who's now my wife of 11 years this year. So we had been dating for about 7 years, and I proposed to her and said, "All right, babe, we're gonna take the world by storm. Let's move out to move in together, and I'm gonna take care of you." And I proceeded to fail and get deep into debt from business failures and all these other crazy things. And I remember reading a Gary Halbert letter about this guy in this course that got the very first Gary Halbert seal of approval, and it was Shortcut Copywriting Secrets. So I literally had nothing. I remember that month I had paid my rent on a credit card advance, and I actually was so embarrassed I didn't tell my wife about really any of this stuff, and my new fiance about any of this stuff that I was in. I was trying to just figure it all out. And I just said, what the heck? I forget how much it cost then. It was a lot of money back then. It might have been like $497 or $597. I forget what it is. And I just put it on the last ditch, probably almost maxed out credit card that I had at, I don't know how old, my early 20s. And I remember getting that package and studying that thing, sitting on the floor of my bedroom every day when my wife went out to work. I was staying at home and, in my online business at the time, reading that thing, every single word, doing every single exercise, going through it like my life depended on it, because really it did. And I remember realizing that even though I had bought all these programs and courses on how to be a copywriter, how to be a marketer, all those things, that was the first thing that really broke it down into a step-by-step format that I really understood. And it made it really simple and really clear for me, and I understood the formats. I also went and got the some of the swipe files. That was another offer that was made, and I studied those swipe files again and again as well. And all of that just made such an impact. Even to this day, I still have it on the bookshelf right behind me. Actually, you probably see it in the picture right there. And
Let's
that's
show
where
and
it
grab
sits.
that.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So that's the that's the copy right here. What else is next to it?
Nice.
The Gary Halbert Masterpiece Collection is next to it. Kick-Ass Copywriting Secrets is next to it. Let's see, I got and then Scott Haynes Tata Sales Letters right next to it. So some of my most favorite stuff is sitting right behind me that I've had there for a long time. Moved office to office with me ever
Nice.
since.
So you had said that you've produced tens of millions of dollars for your clients
Yes.
and yourself as a result of Scott's work.
For sure, yeah. So quietly, really, I don't put myself out there. It's not my thing, and I've kind of hung in the shadows behind my clients. But I've done several seven-figure product launches, actually in a short amount of time. Around in my space, at one time, I was the most active and largest copywriter in the real estate investing niche until I sort of slunk back down in the shadows and started doing my own stuff. So yeah, we've done
Nice.
tens of millions of dollars for my clients, and I've sold well over probably close to 2 million in information products and coaching myself for my own business between I'm a partner, really part-time. And it comes down to not only understanding how to write copy, because I understand as a copywriter, you get to see everything. You get to understand strategy. You understand everything about what goes into a product and launching it out and putting it out into the world. And because I knew how to write, I knew how to communicate. And because I knew how to communicate, I can create a vision. I can create that strategy. I can create that strategy and that vision and communicate it to partners. And that's really what led me down to what I do today, which is a lot of things, but it all boils down to the ability to communicate, and that comes from copy. And just my background, even before that, I was this shy kid in high school. I didn't have a lot of friends. I barely made it out of high school. I tell the story when I do teach some of my clients and seminar attendees about copywriting is that you don't need that prestige to be a copywriter. I barely made it out of high school. I dropped out of college. I took English 1 twice, and I was an ESOL, which is English Students of Other Languages, my freshman year of high school. The funny thing is, I'm actually a native speaking English student. So I'm native speaking English. So
Right.
if I can write copy and my letters can produce so much, really anybody can, because it breaks it down to the system. And that system really was in that first edition of Shortcut Copywriting Secrets. So Jason, with what you're doing, I'm really excited about what you're putting out, this revised version. I've emailed Scott a number of times, and I really regret not getting the chance to meet him or talk to him on the phone or in person, because that was something I've always wanted to do. I've actually wanted to find him and just kind of, say, hey, thank you, face to face. And I never really got that opportunity. So what you're doing with this revised version, I love it. I've been watching what you've been posting. So it's a
Thanks.
really
I
great
appreciate
thing.
that. Maybe we'll meet. Maybe we'll meet and get together.
There we go. There we go.
So it sounds like you're excited to get your hands on version 2 and all the new hottest sales letters and all the ad
Yes,
breakdowns.
absolutely. And that's the stuff that I love. And I still go through ads. If you look through my bookshelf that just goes on and all these files, I get my hands on every type of swipe file I can, especially the really good stuff. So I'm really excited about those breakdowns that you're putting together.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate all this. Lastly, what would you tell someone who never got version 1 of Shortcut Copywriting Secrets and hottest sales letters, now that version 2 and the breakdowns and the hottest sales letters are coming out soon?
Well, I don't know where you are in life right now in your career. If you're just starting out, this is what saved me. And understanding this is what put it all together for me. And it's been I wouldn't trade it any in the world. It's worth way more than what I originally paid for it. If this is your opportunity right now and you're just starting out, get your hands on it, because if version 1 did so much, I can imagine what version 2 is going to do. And if you've been doing this for a while, I'm really excited about the new release. I've been writing copy now since 2005. That was the first year I actually got paid for a letter. It was 2005. So that's over 10 years. And I'm really excited about the new ad breakdowns and the things that I can just dig in again and refine my copy and get even better. Because even though I've been doing this for 12 years now, I still feel a novice compared to some of the masters that's going to be in this new version.
Awesome. Again, Francis, I really appreciate this, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Jason.
Hey, this is Big Jason again. Thank you so much for watching this interview. If you want to get on the wait list for Shortcut Copywriting Secrets 1 and 2, and Scott's Hottest Sales Letters, Volume 1 and 2, plus all the ad breakdowns of Scott's hottest ads by guys like John Carlton, Clayton Makepeace, Paris Lampropoulos, Colin Chung, David Garfinkel, David Deutsch, Brian Kurtz, Craig Clemens, Bon Halbert, Sammy Markowitz, Caleb O'Dowd, Trevor Toecracker Crook, David Raybold, and many others, go to shortcutcopywritingsecrets.com. Get on the wait list, and just for opting in, I'm going to give you part of a recording of a famous Gary Halbert seminar. So again, go to shortcutcopywritingsecrets.com, and thank you so much for helping me spread the word and help continue Scott Haines' legacy.